back here talking about some very interesting things that may be valuable around your house. So let's talk about some more. Now we have a couple of watches here. I know watches is mainly your area. He really likes the watches. These are some Rolex watches. This one looks like a pretty old one.
Yeah, but if you look at it on the surface, it doesn't look that terribly special. It has a flex bracelet. Yeah, flex bracelet, little black dial, and it's not anything that you'd jump up and down about if you saw it. But this particular Rolex watch is very, very unusual. It's from around the 1940s, and it's called a Bubbleback. And here's the reason why: the back bubbles out. Unlike most of the watches, where it's more flat and level with the back of the watch. All right, and this particular kind of watch could be anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. And if you had this length, would you think that's $2,000 to $5,000?
Absolutely not.
You open up Granddad's dresser drawer, and you're going through things because you're liquidating the estate, sadly enough. But then this might go out at your garage sale, and I've had people find stuff like this in their garage at a garage sale for $5, and it's ridiculous. When you get $2,000 to $5,000 for a watch like this.
Right, it's always good to ask. Don't just assume and put it at your garage sale.
And here's another one. And if you look at the dial, this is called...
That's another Rolex.
It's a Submariner. Okay. And if you look at this, it doesn't look like anything really special because it's seen its day. It's got wear in it. Yeah, a little worn, and the band's a little bit stretched and all that. But it's a very early Submariner. It's an antique Submariner. Okay. And that's what makes it so special.
So what might something like that go for?
Oh, this can be many thousands of dollars, but usually minimally about $2,000 or more. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Now tell me, because I know you like pocket watches. You really enjoy the pocket watches. Now I know you've told me before this one is what's called a railroad watch, but how can you tell? How do you know?
Well, the number one thing you watch for is the fact that it has the large Arabic numerals. Okay. You never see Roman numerals on a pocket watch. It's on a white dial, big black numbers going all the way around. Also, if you look inside the watch, it'll be a high jeweled watch, 21 jewels or more. Okay. But it's also a lever set. When you take this, we take the top off on this one, there'll be a little lever here. You can't set it from the crown, from the stem. You can't do it that way. But normally railroad watches bring a couple of $100. Sometimes they can be more, but this particular one is over $1,000. Do you know why? Can I show you?
All right. I'd love to know, wouldn't you?
Yeah. See this extra dial up on top?
Yeah.
You know that's a little second sweep hand down there.
Correct.
But this one up here tells you how many hours you have left until you have to wind it again. It's called a wind indicator or a power reserve. Isn't that cool? So with watches, the more...
I like to be reminded to set my clock.
Absolutely. And the more functionality, the more features a watch has, especially when it comes to pocket watches, usually the more valuable it is. So this one, that's $1,000 sitting around in somebody's dresser drawer just waiting to come on in and be cashed out.
A pocket watch that looks just like any regular pocket watch. You don't know. Now this one is in a box, so that means it's got to be something special.
Yes, it is. And
what's so special about it?
I very seldom handle this. Okay.
Oh, I've only seen pictures of this. I've never actually seen it in the live.
This is from the middle 1800s. This is an Audemars captain's watch, and it has a stopwatch feature and some extra hands. This is a very complicated watch and 2 time zones. Now the captain would have this watch in his pocket in Liverpool, set for London time, and also set for New York time, where he was headed for.
Oh, that would make sense.
So it's a 2 time zone watch with a lot of interesting features. Now, the best auction estimate we've been able to get for this is a range somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000.
Wow.
Okay, and this kind of watch laying around your house could actually buy a house. Okay, so it's amazing.
That is amazing.
It's in gorgeous condition. If you take a look, it's inscribed.
It's got a little key wine.
It's inscribed beautiful. Yeah, this is a key wine. Thank you for mentioning that, Mel. And this is 18 karat gold here. And it's got the little PM mark. Paul Massey, I believe it was, who was the watch case maker for the Audemars family. So there's some fun history and all that. So on this particular watch, took a little bit more research. I wasn't able to buy it right away. We had to do some research on behalf of the estate, and worked out very well for both parties. And now it becomes part of the display collection at Airport Plaza Jewelers. Okay,
beautiful.
So there's a lot of neat things. Watches are there are a lot of common watches. What happens when somebody calls Melanie and they say, "Do you buy all watches?"
Not all watches, I'm sorry. Not Citizen or Timex, unless they're gold, but Rolex, some of these old pocket watches. But if you're not sure, ask.
And just bring it in, okay?
Exactly.
All right, wonderful. All right, so we have a few more interesting things to talk to you about in just a bit.
Lots more fun coming your way.